Okay, now we've moved to 80 meters. And I'm gonna leave the... I haven't even started on this band yet at all. So we'll see how this goes. There's not a whole lot of stations on here, but I'm gonna run the amp. I have it set up just like it was on 160 at 500 watts. I got the tuner all set up. Here's my tuner settings. It's 160 meter loop. It's 100 feet in the air, give or take a little bit. And let's see what we can stir up here on 80 meters. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully this isn't making a bunch of noise. I like this little tripod. So let's kind of see what happens here. This is the first initial CQ. And I'm not on top of anybody, so let's go for it. We'll see if this is going to be fun or if it's going to be like watching paint dry. It's Saturday night, well, Sunday morning at 12:45 a.m. here on 80 meters. Solar conditions, the K's at 3. Solar flux is at 156, sunspot number is at 105, and the A index is at 36. Geomagnetic field is unsettled. Alright, well here we go. We've got KC4WQ and Shepherd's Field, Kentucky here on 80 meters. I almost wish I could get the... Well, you know, I can do this. We can do it like this. There's not really that many people calling, so then everybody can see who I'm working. It's raining, and it's not really a pleasant night outside. We can turn this down in the background. We don't need to listen to that. I am running 500 watts here if I haven't mentioned it before, so let's see what we pick up here. You can see he called me on my frequency right here. I did pretty good over on 160 meters. I worked 4 stations over there. WB4 MDX and EM75, K6EI and DN18 down in California. EM75 is in Tennessee, which isn't really too bad. KY4WI, he was in Florida. KO6CAV and CM98, California. And that was it over on 160. Yeah, let's see if we get any more here. Got lots of guys calling CQ on the band. As you can see by the call roster up here. I got one guy I haven't worked. Let's see if we can work DN36. Oh, yeah, I got called KL7R in Soldotna, Alaska. Just called me. I don't know, you could probably read it for yourself, but that is not a new grid. BP40 is not a new grid, but that's alright. That's cool. It's always fun working Alaska. Although my signal strength sucks. Minus 24. But they have more absorption up there than we do. The 500 watts is helping. I don't know. We'll have to see if we're gonna complete here. He might come back up. You can just barely see him on the waterfall there. Yeah, maybe I'll get him later. Let's see if we can get the guy in Montana. That should be easy. Unless KL1IR comes back again. I've had that happen before too. Well, all right. Let's try Tennessee here. WV4MDX. That grid's a combination of Tennessee and North Carolina. It says he's in Knoxville, Tennessee on the QRZ lookup. I got a good signal report, +00. I can't complain about that any. And he's a -04. So +00 would be equal to being at the noise level, and -04 is 4 dB below the noise level. At least that's how the signal reports work on FT-8. All right, I'm still gonna try to get this guy in Montana. I haven't worked him before. I don't think anyway. Nope, I haven't worked him. Let's see if I could even get Montana. He's pretty loud though. And there's not a CQDX next to him, so ooh, a +28. I don't think I need the amp to work him. But you can see him on the waterfall. He's right here. He's really loud. And then the log box comes up. What I need to change this up here so that it's accurate. That's what I'm running, is about 500 watts. And in the log it goes. Here's a cool thing about Grid Tracker. All the blue lines there is where I'm being heard. In fact, I need to scroll out a little bit and move over. Being heard in Japan. Where's, oh, this guy up here, VY0ERC. I've worked him before on another band, but he's up there way in northern Canada. But yeah, if I mouse over any of the blue dots, it gives you the guy's call. And then the station. These other boxes that keep popping up are guys I've already worked. over the years. I'm also being heard down here by ZL 205 SWL. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. He's a shortwave listener, and he pipes his reception reports into I had it into PSK Reporter. That's super cool. And VK4TUX is hearing me. I've actually worked him on phone. Yeah, it's a little bit slow going here tonight. 11 minutes into it, we've only worked one station. Ah, you got KH6XX, Portable W0, and Devil's Lake, North Dakota. I need to put some oil in this chair. Usually when I run the amp, it's a little bit quicker than this. He gave me an R+12, which is pretty good, and he gave me an R+02, and I gave him an R+12. I don't need to say R, I guess it's just a +12 for the signal report. And we got another one in the log. The humming, if you can hear it in the video, is the one of my studio monitors. I usually unplug it when I have not figured out how to get the RF out of that thing yet, but it couldn't have anything to do with the wire running right by the amplifier. I need to run it on the floor underneath and get it far away. It would probably help. And yes, there's a toroid on there and all kinds of stuff, so. Not a great night on 80 meters, but not horrible either. It'll come alive about, I don't know, about 2 o'clock in the morning our time, about an hour or so. The guys on the East Coast will start getting up. And over here you can see the gray line, and as the gray line comes across the Atlantic and gets closer to the East Coast, the signal, it'll give some signal enhancement and stuff. I'm being heard in a lot of places. There's just nobody awake. Yeah, I'm really surprised that guys in Australia, and it's right at sundown now, and in Japan aren't hearing me or aren't calling. But I'm not even seeing them on the band, so. But maybe we get a little bit past their sunset and they may start coming in. It's really fun to work Japanese stations on 160, but that usually doesn't happen until later on. Oh, we got AK4MJ or AK6MJ from Folsom, California. I don't know if I'm going to make it up much past 2. you look up here on this chart up here, I've worked everybody on the band, so at least once. So there's nobody new. Not that it matters, but I don't know. I know some people are kind of particular about that. And over here on this screen, I have my log page up, and then I have the second instance of WSJTX listening to 50.313, which there is absolutely nobody on at this time of the night. But during the day it can be interesting. Oh, sorry about that. A little bit of wobbling going on there from the tripod. Yeah, actually 160 meters is better. You should have stayed there. No, that's about the same. I got 4 stations on 80 and 4 stations on 160, so it's tied right now. Might be a little bit early in the season, but I was on here a couple weeks ago and did really well. But I think the having the K index up a little bit is hindering my even with the amplifier, because I made more contacts without the amp last time I was on here. Well, maybe we'll keep going up in frequency. Maybe we'll go up to 40 here next. And we got KM6SQ down there in Mercer Island, here in Washington. He's got me at plus 11. Well, yeah. I think that's his, or is that my report? No, that's his report to me. He called me, so I'm plus 11 and he's plus 01. This is the quietest I've heard my computer. Usually it's screening many wanted entities. New DXCC. There's not much going on in this band. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't got a bunch of JAs calling me. Usually that's my bread and butter here. This guy's just one right after another. It might be a little early yet. there we go. Japan Fox 1, Foxtrot, Sierra Radio. Yamanisha, Japan. There's my first DX. My report's a minus. I gave him a minus 23 and then I got a minus 10. I gave an R minus 10. No, he's a minus 23 and I'm a minus 10, so that's good. Well, things are picking up, maybe. Start working the JAs. Well, there you go. About 23 minutes of me rambling on. And I got one JA to although I did get a couple of other stations in Washington, Japan, Washington, California, North Dakota, and Montana. And Tennessee. Don't want to go down too far the list in Kentucky. So I guess it's not too bad. It's a pretty dead night here on 75 meters. So I don't want to bore everybody here for too long. I may make another one for 40. I'm thinking about going down on 40. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rambling. And if you get this far in the video, it's just poor band conditions tonight. Anyway, 7-3, thanks.